Welcome to CBRE's new Birmingham office, 3 Chamberlain Square. 3 Chamberlain Square is one of the most sustainable buildings outside of London as a commercial office space, and that aligned perfectly to us in terms of what we were trying to create as an environment. The journey we took to come into this space was driven by 3 things really. 1, the growth of the business in the region. The second, looking at our people and delivering a people-centric design. And the third was the sustainability element.
I think that really came across in the initial briefing as well, that the core concept needed to be really rooted in people, place and planet. So it needed to be a really healthy space that enhanced people's well-being, but at the same time, really rooted in your pride in Birmingham. Combine that then with the sustainability elements of our design combined with 3 Chamberlain to make sure that as a holistic scheme, it just really is healthy and doing good for the future. I think this welcome lobby was one of the most impressive spaces when we very first came to look around. The stunning view out to the atrium, the completely epically framed view of the town hall across the way there, you guys investing in these huge 4-metre high tree sculptures that pick up on that heritage of Birmingham being this city ringed by cherry blossoms and trees, combined with excavating that clay from HS2 and it connecting us with London, and then the tone of it with the terracotta pulling through for the building. Personally, I think that's one of the most successful elements. Should we go and have a look around?
Yeah. So the Clientology Lounge is about creating an environment where not only our clients, but visitors or key stakeholders in the city could come and engage with us and use the space, but also act as a business lounge as well for our employees.
And looking out over across into Chamberlain Square, we really wanted to create a space that connected to that. So we orientated all the furniture in that way, kept the ceilings really kind of exposed to get that height. And because we're a little bit hunkered down in the context of Chamberlain Square, you almost feel like you're part of what happens out there, which is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
We've built in that flexibility, which I think means that you can kind of shrink and expand and play with the space without necessarily having to take down walls in future. You've got that flexibility built in from day one.
What we were deliberately trying to avoid is that it became too territorial. So neat features like the gliding wall in terms of how we can bring that down and create a space which talks to one another, allowing sort of that interaction, I think has been one of the real success stories I think we're collectively most proud of. So,
should we have a little look at one of the key pieces in the space?
The worktop comes back to one of those key themes about pride in the region and the diversity of the region and how we could pick up little themes around that.
I think it was truly a labour of love. Its component parts are taken from the city. So we've got bricks that are reclaimed from the works that have been done at Brindley Place, the canal walls, the canal walks, and then combined in there's these beautiful little details, these delicate little brass touches, which just provides this highlight. And that then nods back to, like you say, that city of 1,000 trades, the locomotive industry, all of those kind of like the Birmingham brass element. And we actually went together to the workshop in Leeds to pour this top. And together, literally, it's literally handcrafted by OP and CBRE together, which I think is just a really wonderful thing to have as a kind of like longevity piece within your space.
Yeah, it was really thought through, even to the little touches like building in the biophilia. You know, that was a key component of our sustainability thinking around our well-being, our adherence to neighbours in terms of the building. It's been really powerful in terms of the finished product. So the Rise Cafe, as we've talked about, was intended to be designed primarily for employees to come and be able to, we have a no eating at your desk policy to bring people together, to collaborate. But other little elements which sit alongside the Rise Cafe, which are more sort of employee focused, are things like the parents and changing room we've introduced to this office, as well as the Wellbeing room, particularly around neurodiversity.
And there was a few kind of key features that we brought into here on that sustainability and creating creating a sense of place. One of which was actually the Ferrasso worktops. It's made out of that kind of timber terrazzo waste furniture product. And likewise, the wall behind us being made out of recycled cotton, it just has this kind of like texture to it, which just gives this a bit more character and a little bit softer. I think the meeting village connection to that kind of central welcome lobby and then Clientology works really, really nicely. And I think what we've worked really hard to do is make sure that there's a really strong balance of spaces. So in here we've got, you know, kind of like 6 to 8 more traditional kind of meeting rooms. We've then got a really flexible meeting room that can grow to become a boardroom, but then throughout the space are scattered these kind of little like private moment pods, whether it be for a Teams call, a personal call, or just the need to focus because you have a dominance of open plan.
We've now got that adaptability for people to go and appropriately sit where they should sit in terms of, you know, the space we've created in terms of meeting rooms. So we talked about local artists we've engaged and commissioned at Brumhouse, being able to bring some of that artist work from, you know, images of the city and bring them into the meeting room space to give those little personal aspects and individuality from the meeting rooms.
And the benefit that art and these artistic moments or patterns and textures and tactileness can do from a neurodiversity perspective, then supporting that with a choice of the spaces. I just think all of that together just builds to a really kind of healthy, promoting choice, promoting individuality, which feels very much at the core of what you guys do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.